Hi guys and welcome back to our gaming test. This is a different game, it's not Rage 2. I'm going to run in these two games to see if you guys could notice any difference, especially when it comes to the microphone. So what I have decided to do is run one recording with Rage 2 and then run another recording with this game called The Sinking City. I think that the first thing I would like to do is to check the settings, and let's go to audio controls. Now I like to adjust the volume. I think the music is okay, and I think the master volume should be somewhere here. And I don't know, system configure, this is too high. Let's keep this down a bit, and I think that should be about it. Voices, I think I need to increase the voices so we can hear what they say very well. Ambient interface, I'll keep that as default setting. Okay, so that being said, it looks like we're ready to go. Sinking City. The game kind of looks like it's going to be interesting. Let's find out without wasting time. New game. Okay, I was just looking at the game's configuration, and it looks like it kind of does its auto saving very well, and you get kind of like instructions. I think this is a normal mode. We should have checked that, but we can still check that to see if it's normal mode. And it looks like investigative game where you do some investigation and trying to solve mysteries and take some contracts. So let's get started. Also guys, don't forget to subscribe and let me know how you feel about the microphone and the smoothness of the videos. Okay, what's this? I have left the special effects a bit lower than expected. Probably might have to go back and fix those settings. And I also think that maybe I need to reduce the master volume a bit, or the voices a bit. What's he trying to do? No. Oh. One more thing is that I'm not going to be talking much in this game. My comments are going to be simple and straightforward. I'm going to try to see if I can keep my commentaries short and straightforward, and only talk whenever it's necessary, if I have to explain something, or maybe I might get tricks myself. So what's this? A pistol. So it's saying rotate. Online rotating. Oh.
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Okay, what's inside here? Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you requested, I've researched the outburst of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakmont, Mass. It turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours. The city droning the presence of something great yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment and the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself, then come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, Johannes van den Berg. That sounds a bit like Dutch or German, I'm not sure. Ambient sound seems to be loud. What's that? Camera? Oh, and I don't know. That looks like we have to take a photo, I'm not sure. But it looks like we might have to take a photo of this. Are you kidding me? Looks like it does not work properly. Okay, photo taken. Right. Now we have done that one too. Taking some stuff. Okay. Looks like the game is kind of a bit lagging, I think. And I think that we also need to reduce.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
I think the ambient is quite high. I hope we haven't left anything out. It's okay, so I think we will have to look at the tutorial. Let's go back to the settings, guys, and see if we can change the settings. Audio. Special effects needs to go. I think special effects should stay like that. A bit down, and voices is okay. I think ambient need to go down. It's okay. Looks okay now. A bit.
Now get out!
I'm not sure, but I think pressing C I could get some information here. Photo. Trophy plate with a strange fish. Fish looks very lifelike. Oh, okay, and we have the letter here, which is Frosty Welcome. Okay, and I think we can go to the map. Oh, we don't have a map yet. Unfortunately.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van den Berg. At
Johannes.
your service.
I said Johannes.
I
My
did
goodness.
promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. van den Berg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Okay, so it looks like here you can actually carry out some conversations about my problem. What's the deal with this city?
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Okay, the flood. Let's have a joke
That's
here.
an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
Okay,
Tell
back
me about
to the
this
flood.
flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
Okay, and about my
You
problem.
said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has
What's the
dedicated
name?
a lot of time and effort to
Throgmorton.
investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
So where is Robert Throgmorton?
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Okay, what's Robert Throgmorton like?
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature, scion of a robust bloodline, a philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and
the
even
patron.
greater ego.
Well, a patron is
Do not
good.
make him wait.
Well, and I need somewhere to stay.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
So how do I get to Devil's Reef?
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
We should
Most
have a
locals
map.
go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Oh, now we finally have a map. Okay, and what do you do here?
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths
Intelligentsia.
drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont
sounds
really
more
have
like
much of a market
Spanish.
for philosophy these days?
There is
Greek?
no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
So, what else did you mark on the map?
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
Okay, so this simply means that we're going to be doing more of investigation during the game. I would love to see how the stories go by.
That's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
Ah, that's kind of curious. Okay, so here we have press M for the map. Okay, so green simply means that we have collected all the necessary information, I think. So this here, I think, is the Devil's Reef Hotel, and that is okay, a newspaper, and that should be the police station and a hospital. Okay, what's this? University library, And what's that? City Hall. Nice. So far, I'm beginning to like this game, just from the very beginning. And what's this? Asylum. Wow. Okay. Let's see what's our case here. A key to a room at the Devil's Reef Hotel. And this is what? Johannes. I keep saying Johannes, but the guy said his name is Johannes. Okay, Van de Berg. Saying that I need to find a person in the Oakmont port by the name of Robert Throgmorton. Supposedly, he can help me with my visions. Let's see how that goes. Ah, the port. Which way are we supposed to go? Probably this is the only way out. So we have to go this way. The city kind of looks ugly. I don't know. Maybe with time we might be able to understand what actually happened, apart from being flooded. It looks ugly, disgusting. What am I seeing here?
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is fun.
Excuse me.
Interrupted.
Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
So what happened to your son? Let's do some interruptions. Your features are unusual.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing.
Innsmouth.
But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
The guy looks kind of like a monkey, a chimpanzee.
If I may ask,
He
what
calls
happened to
his
your son?
features.
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers, mark my words.
Who are the Innsmouthers?
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned
Fish
Innsmouth to the
face.
ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
So as a detective, guys, I think that one should be able to determine what's happening here. It looks like there's kind of like a feud between these two groups, the Throgmortons and the Innsmouthers.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera. You have a point, newcomer.
So, he said Vera.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you.
Okay, so tell me about the case.
I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all?
Hmm.
I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to their house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Okay, so where's the
You mentioned
lifeboat?
a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
So the left of the house. Where's the house?
where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
All right. This is like we're about to
As
get
much as I'm
started.
enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Okay, so the only way we can get help with our own problem is to help Martin with his son's case. And then we'll be able to... so we're supposed to turn left when we face the house. So this means that there's a place here that we need to go where the boat is located. But before, let's do some investigation.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
I've said everything I know.
Okay. So I think this is the house. Oh look, there's a mark in front of it. That thing at the door, I think is a symbol that we have to pay attention. And the F key, it says, is for flashlight. Okay, for the torch. So let's try to see if we can find something here, because according to him everything took place inside here. It doesn't look like it. It's disgusting. You looks like a fish. Of course, it's a harbor. I like to make use of... There's absolutely nothing here. Oh, there's a door here. Alright, looks like we could finally get something.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
Huh. Dog mat looks better than bed. Okay, and... what's that? Okay, it looks like things we can use in the game. I think with time we'll find out. I'm just so interested in the
The
storyline.
book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
So these are different ways, I think, to find information. And I think we could go up from here. I like to use... oh, we can clearly see something here. But before that, I'd like to see something. Search for whatever I can find.
Choo choo. Ahem.
There's nothing special here. Oh, goodness. I'm expecting to get some bullets. What's that? So press Q to activate Mine Eye. So I think This is it. Ah, rotate.
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebhal, Nugulina.
Oof. Did you guys understand what it says? Because I'm in the dark. It's
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
okay, and this.
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
Okay. I said I wasn't going to talk too much, but it looks like I end up talking more than necessary. Okay.
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Ah, let's have a look at that. It's Martha.
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
I think these are all details informations that one can use.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
What's this? Looks like this kind of visions and stuff is happening. Okay, so when that goes down, I start hallucinating.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was add or starve.
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis, we were here. This is our house. Barry was outside, on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay, my head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me...
That sounds familiar. Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. K is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. K be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. K have mercy on his soul.
Alright, looks
I'll leave you
like...
to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or... K, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Okay, but this thing keeps saying that the mind place. Right, I think I need to go to the mind place, which it's here. This is the casebook, and Will Hammond, that's what we just read. First man lives with 3 other colleagues, Barry, Paul, and in smarter named Louise. And Robert Throgmorton wants to find his son. So that's the case we're working on right now. And this is my place. What do we have to do here? A combination. Throgmorton and Smart a feud. So there's a feud between those two. So we select. No, wrong. Okay, so this. Okay. Albert Throgmorton spread some sort of psychic influence which made everyone nearby suffer hysteria. Okay. And we got this here. No. So this means that we need more clues. Fisherman is missing. So there were 3 fishermen in the house when Albert woke up, but I found only 2 of them. So we're going to continue our investigation. This is the policeman.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Looks like they don't respect. Press T for more information. Okay, this is T. A retrocognition allows you to understand, okay, events that happened in the past. Inspect enough evidence on the scene and a vision will emerge. Step into it and find all the critical scenes. So what we have to do is inspect enough evidence. So we need more evidence in order for us to start, to activate it. And mind place. Investigation of the main case reveals clue for your mind palace. Press C to open the case and then switch to mind palace. Combine pairs of relevant clues to get evidence. Crucial information for the case is added to the case book. Deductions. These explain nuisance of the case and they are displayed in the mind palace. And some deductions can be interpreted differently. This can lead to different conclusions. Discover all possible conclusions to fully understand the case, but it is up to you how to solve it. Right. Archives. We already know that archives are for searching informations. Padlocks can be broken. Combat. Oh, shoot. If you are crouched, hostiles are less likely to detect you. That's good to know. Enemies may harm your sanity as well as your health. Some enemies have unique abilities that may come as an unpleasant surprise, but most have weak points too. Ammo and supplies are scarce. Oh, it's not good. Scavenging, crafting, and quest rewards are the only source of supplies. Guns are not going to reload themselves. Diving. The harpoon stuns hostile creatures for a short time. Okay. Flares light your way and can distract hostile creatures. If damaged, hold to slowly recover your diving suit's pressure. So we hold E for that. Oh, it's so good to have this here.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Okay, it looks like the retrocognition is activated, so we enter. And let's find out.
Take this, ape face.
So he shot.
Yeah, run!
Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Something happened here.
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Shooting. I think we need to do this.
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Okay, all key evidence collected. Seriously? Okay, let's go to the Mind Palace and Trogmorton seems to have a feud, and Albert fled when wounded. Albert attacked the fisherman. Louis shot without warning, and one fisherman is missing. Okay, Albert returned unstable. Okay, so we got this. Trogmorton was a dangerous. Albert Trogmorton was dangerous and posed a threat to Louis Flame and his fellow fishermen. Alright, and let's go back to clues. Albert and the fisherman named Louis fled the scene after the fight in the house. I can track him using my supernatural sense. Right. Okay. More clues. Okay, so I think this is where we have to. As an insider, Louis and his people suffered at the hands of the Throgmortons. That could be a reason to hate them. Are you guys beginning to sense what I'm sensing here? I think that press T for information. Follow the omen. T for information. Omen. Okay, where is the omen? Okay. Ah, the omen. Mind's eye can reveal omens that guide your way. Follow them to find new evidence. Okay, so there. Okay. This is interesting. He was right to say he could see things others might not.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Okay. What? Are we supposed to go up here? Oh, I think we're coming here. Alright.
There's something in the pocket.
Louise, please, just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't yet have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly, with the fuzz snooping about the port. But don't worry, I've struck a nice deal with the proper people and should have a steady supply channel soon. Just one more week and I will return everything with double interest. Peter. Okay, so I think this is a place we could loot. Alcohol. What? Are we going to drink it? Huh. Did I see something down there? I like to check to see if I can find something, because I always kind of like worry about supplies. Oh, more alcohol. Okay. I haven't even checked. Oh. Dead end. I think we could go down here. So it says if we crouch, I kind of feel uncomfortable going down to a place like this. I think it happened here, and one has to be careful. Oh, nice.
The door won't budge.
Okay, so we've already learned that this can be destroyed.
The door won't budge.
Oh, I keep by. You wrong. Those things, I hate them. That's our first monster. Nice. This game is beginning to be so interesting. What's this? One of those nasty things? Okay. Oh, just dissolve like that.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Okay. Let's go to the Mind Palace. That should give us more information here. So I found the body of Albert Throckmorton in the basement of the warehouse not far from the fisherman's house. He was fatally shot in the head, impaled on hooks, and then hidden. A torn piece of jacket stained with blood. I found it alongside the blood-stained note in the warehouse where Albert Throckmorton fled. And Louise, please. Okay, we've just read it. So we need to talk to someone. This means conversation. And I think that's he's talking about the bar. Okay. Let's combine these. Albert fled when wounded. No, I think left the crime scene. No, Madrid. No? Okay. Louise may have wanted to kill Albert outright because he was a Throckmorton rather than just drive him off. Okay. Let's see more clues. Albert Madrid, bar owner, debate. Okay, so Louise killed him. So this has no relation. Louise, the Innsmouther that killed Albert Throckmorton, may be hiding at the bar in Ogmanport. Okay. And this to kill Albert Throckmorton. Okay, we've read that. So now let's continue. So what we have to do, Louise the Innsmouther that killed Albert Throckmorton may be hiding in the bar. That's where we have to go. There's nothing here. So we have to go to the bar. After which we will have a break and continue later. I was expecting more.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
Okay, so good. All evidence collected. So we have finished this place. Oh, kind of a good detective here, I think. Exit. Under the exit what? Under the key bar exit. Okay. So that, I think that's the bar. Hey, you.
Oh. Hey, got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days.
So you mean that you need a bullet in order to get food to eat? My
You look
goodness.
familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Oh my dear.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
What's this?
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
Really?
You're some kind of fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
All right, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer.
What?
After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Oh, really? Okay, let's give
hear what
one
my
bullet.
future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars circled by the dead. A race from one to the next as time itself laughs.
I think I'd like my bullet back.
It is what it is. The truth will out soon. Me, I just caught an early glimpse.
Why do I feel like I got scammed?
Okay. Right, let's keep going. Let's keep going with our investigation. Are you standing in my way?
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I need to find. I've seen some unsettling creature around.
I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Goodness.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
Robert Throgmorton hired me to investigate his son's disappearance. I found the note about your debt to Lewis near his cold, dead body. And it looks like Lewis murdered Robert's kid. You want him to come here and ask instead of me?
What?
Don't what me. At best, you're harboring a criminal. At worst, you're an accessory to murder.
What? No. I ain't done nothing.
Tell that to Mr. Throgmorton.
No. Throg. Lewis is upstairs. Here's the key.
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. Bye.
Oh, see how he appears. Looks like he's not happy. Right, so I think we have to go up from here. And,
What the? Get the... Oh!
Are you sick or something? I don't know if you guys are following, but this game I really love it. Even though I'm not feeling quite well, but I'm enjoying it. Relaxing at the same time.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Is
Charles Reed,
smarter.
private
So this is how they
investigator.
look like.
Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just 'cause I look different to you? Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
We're blessed by the sea, and the city is sinking. Let's find out.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out I was right.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
I won't tell him. Everyone seems to agree there's been an outbreak of madness around these parts. I'm inclined to believe you fell victim to it too. Plus, it seems heartless to tear apart a family after what you've been through already.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Reed. Thank you.
That said, the port's still closed. What will you do?
Hide here, I guess. Don't have a choice. The streets are flooded with police.
I'll make something up to tell Throgmorton. Leave as soon as you can.
Thank you again, sir. I won't forget this.
Okay, so this is so interesting. Honestly speaking, guys, I really love this. This game, it appears to be kind of like boring from the beginning, and now it's getting more interesting as time goes on. Looks like the storyline is so charming.
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
Okay. Take it easy, man. Okay, let's go to the main place, because that's what we're supposed to do. And what's this? Mytho. Fortune teller prophecy. Okay. Casebook. We need to talk to someone. Okay, but here we need to talk to someone. This too indicates that we have to talk to someone. I found Luis Friend, the unsmart man that killed Albert. Okay, I think we need to report and also tell what happened, talk about him to the Throgmortons. So Luis was aware of what he was doing during the fight with Albert Throgmorton. Louise was mentally affected and couldn't entirely control his action. Let's go with this. Louise was under a mental influence. Louise killed Albert Throgmorton while under some sort of mental influence. He couldn't control his actions, and thus can't be blamed for Albert's death. I could try and cover for him, or else Robert Throgmorton will have his head. Ah. This is the conclusion. Let's find out though. Where are we supposed to go? I think here. I haven't collected a key evidence from all evidence from a certain place, and I think it's where I'm going. It's something the place I'm going. Okay. Oh, so I haven't collected all the evidence here. Let me, guys, give me a moment. I'll need to go and search the port. Because it said that, let's see. It said it was on the left, not the right. Face the house. Go to the left. Let's see, this is a port. Seems to be nothing here. Check. Okay, we're about an hour now. Running up and down. Praying and fishing.
Join in, newcomer. Praise the sea with us.
My goodness. Okay. The thing is that his set facing the house. We could see we should turn left. Okay, but I took the wrong turn. The port is here. The port is here. Oh, nice.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
I hope someone finds this. My name is Albert Throgmorton, and this is my will. I want to warn you, don't go to the depths below. Oakmont, very unreadable. We should never done that. Everything should have remained in that cave. Professor, unreadable. I fear what will become of me. It's singing in my brain, dancing on my eyelids. Every time I close my eyes, unreadable. The cycle goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. In the end, it comes. I must warn everyone. I must tell my father he's here. Alright, and what's this? Looks like...
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
like the diving thing. All evidence collected. You fellas, what
Can't
they
catch
do?
a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Really? Alright. Now I need to go and talk to Morton. Alright, I think I've collected all evidence inside. I don't need to, but it looks like I have to go back inside and collect the evidence, because it looks like not all the evidence has been collected. Something
The book is damp and damaged.
Okay,
but
we've checked
clearly
this
well cared
already.
for.
So what's missing? You could go up from here.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone... There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Something is missing.
Choo choo. Ahem.
Something is missing. Probably inside here. Yeah, but we have checked this already. So I don't know. Guys, what am I missing here? Because I don't know. I think I've checked all
Never
of
seen
these here.
knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
Yeah, I've checked all of these.
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
So what did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, here.
5 cards short of a full house.
Okay. That's it. Great job. I like doing things perfectly.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures. And they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible, and when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
Oh, I am so confused now. I don't know whether I was making a deal with this guy. I should... lie to prevent him. Or... Oh. Let's tell him
Just as
the
I
truth.
suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family, and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons. Justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Kay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I'm looking into an outbreak of erratic behavior and madness, all linked to shared visions of this place.
Indeed. Then our goals align. This inexplicable hysteria has spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster.
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
Oh my goodness. Bullets means more than bills. It looks like we've just discovered complete. Pretty well can complete. Nice. So this chapter is ended. And we're all done from here. I don't know where we're supposed to go, but I think we have to go to the Reed. I think this is the bar. The port. And in order to get to Reed, the port is here. We have to take the boat and camp at this hotel. Let's see. Photo document. Electric motors. I hope find it. Okay. And this is the key, and this is drug motors found at an expedition, where that's going to be our next case. So I'm supposed to go and get the boat, and then go to the hotel, find out how our hotel looks like. Then we can continue from there. Looks like it's the new chapter. Part of you fell down, part of you is walking. Interesting. So it looks like I made the investigator, and I'm also suffering from the same nightmares and visions. Looks like my visions or my dreams are more horrible than the others, powerful ones. Lost at Sea. So that's the chapter we're going to be working on. I am beginning to enjoy the investigation thing. As a private investigator, so nice. The game is so interesting. I'm just waiting to see the combat and what kind of weapons the game has. Right guys, thanks for watching, and as you can see, this is where we will stop, and we'll continue later in the next part of the chapter. I think that the best thing is to be doing it chapter by chapter instead, and I believe they're going to be side cases, so to be completed, and I don't know when we're going to have that, but once we have side cases it's going to take longer, so we probably might not be able to do an entire chapter at once. So once the side cases start, we will be doing side cases specific and at the same time the main case. Thanks for watching guys, don't forget to leave your likes and subscriptions, and let me know how you feel about this game, and also how you feel about the recordings. See you in the next part.